everyone. Welcome to Kristen's Tarot. If that's not a confirmation, I don't know what is. I lit that candle, for protection of energy before I got into readings. So the big thing I wanted to do today was discuss, things we need to heal. So I keep starting and stopping this video because honestly, maybe I jump. I'm that person that jumps from here to there. Okay, so going back to healing, this Mars and Mercury retrograde is intense. You need to be able to release the BS out of the way. You need to find a way to get it out. Like me, since I am everywhere, bipolar, I have to, sometimes I forget the things that I say I'm going to do for myself. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm going to journal. And then I'll be journaling for 3 weeks and then I'm like, stuff just happens and then I forget to journal and then I forget to express myself that way. But I find alternatives as well. Singing, dancing, that's my, I'm not going to say that it works all the time, but it does help. And then I let myself be sad. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't stay in my room for weeks, but I do let myself be sad when I feel it. Like, I have to go through the motions. And when I'm mad, I'm a freaking firecracker. Am I always right? No, but it's my ego and I need to go through it. And then spirit usually tells me hey, either this is what you did wrong and you need to correct yourself, or this is what you did right and you need to stand your ground. But I still need a lot of healing, just like everybody else. So this main focus is just to do what you got to do to get by, because life is hard. And I know you don't want to hear that. You probably want me to say oh, life is sunshine and rainbows, but that's not the case. The case is we're in 2020, things going ham. And even if you're not watching this video in 2020, if you're watching it down the line, it could be a tense time for you. And that's okay. It's okay not to be okay sometimes, but just go through the feelings, but you got to keep going. Because if you don't go for yourself, who's going to go for you? I can't depend on nobody else but me. Don't get me wrong. I have friends who do help me out, but emotionally, even if they're there, I can zone them out, So it's still ultimately up to me what I do. So go outside if you have to, go journal, go dance, go sing, go read, go knit, go do whatever you got to do to go skateboard, a draw. Did I already say draw? But you get my drift. You just got to find a release, because we're all healing in this time with the Mars retrograde just beating us down. We're getting angry. We're angrier than normal. More spiritual people and people with mental illness are angrier more than normal. And they're like, what the heck's going on? It's because we're in a Mars retrograde. And then also Mercury retrograde, which is messing with the technology. Because even me, when I work my regular job, I do this for passion. I love this. I don't think I could live without this. And I know y'all are like, what the heck, Kristen, did you just say that? I've always wanted this. Since I prayed for this since I was little. I didn't understand why my other people in the family had it and I didn't have it. Turns out I was just too angry as a kid and I had to grow up and saw shadows, called my death. No one believed me, did drugs, drank, did stupid stuff, flew out of a car, died and came back, was broken sideways, had other people wiping my butt. A few years later, I lost a toe, but I was actually being better at that point. I was in the river, lost a toe. But my point is, life is just hard. So you got to do what you got to do to get by. And it's only up to you to do it. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself, that you understand that it's not the end of the world. Even though it may feel like that, there's been worse plagues in the world. It's just we have to do what we can to stay safe, and we have to do what we can to be mentally there, because we're dealing with COVID. We're dealing with seasonal depression coming up because it just got cold. I'm an SA, so it just got cold. I don't really do that cold that much, but and then also on top of that, just if you have regular mental illness or if you have regular human emotions, you have to go through that, and you're dealing with other people going through stuff as well. And it's just a really chaotic time. So make sure that you take care of yourself and you love yourself, because that's the most important thing. Because if you don't love yourself, it doesn't matter if anyone loves you. You know what I mean? But I'll be here. And if you ever want to see my train wreck of a story, I'm very loud about my life, because that's what I was put here to do. Even sometimes when I'm like, be quiet, Kristen, Spirit's like, nah, you're going to go out there and you're going to be loud. And sometimes you're going to make a fool of yourself, but you're out there to teach people lessons. And then hopefully y'all don't make the same mistakes as me. But I'm not as worse as I used to be. I could definitely say that, but I'm not going to sit here and say this is the best I'm ever going to be. So just make sure you're showing your love to those around you at times. When you're in the mood, when you're not in the mood, just get going. But I really needed to do this healing reading because it's a mess out there, dude. Like, it's a mess. Like, no, thank you. Like, Saturday, I was having a good time, you know, with friends. And then Sunday, I was fucking sad. And it was like, why am I sad? I was sad because I wasn't satisfied, even though I do a lot. I do a lot. I work my full-time job. I do the tarot stuff on the side. I make videos. I do free regular readings there. I hang out with friends. I need to spend more time with my family, but it's just like, I'm still not satisfied. And that's something with me, you know, but I'm like this all the time, going through the roller coaster. So if you ever feel like you're the only one going through it, I'm just here to say no. And I'm here for you. If you ever want a reading, hit me up. If you ever just, again, want to follow the story, just follow me. I'll be the mess for you, you know? And then we could see each other grow and be beautiful and get past whatever we need to get past. Because that's all we can do here, you know? Okay, let me get into the reading because I'm just too much right now. I'm going to shuffle with y'all on here. So let me see what decks I'm going to use because I don't even really know. Like I told you, I didn't plan this out. I mean, I did to some extent because I got ready, right? But I got ready like while I was working. I was like, real quickly, because I done, like just fix this up a little bit. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll use the Angel, God, and Goddesses deck because that will tell you a lot of what the angels, God, and Goddesses want you to heal on. I'm also going to use the Moonology deck. Since this is a healing reading, I'm going to get the self-care cards because we need some self-care in our lives. Like, come on. And then the Mermaid Oracle deck because I just love it. You see how I said it might have been short and then I'm just keep pulling out cards? Yeah, that's just what I do. I even do that during regular readings too. Sometimes they'll be like, oh, I just want a 3-card pool. And I'm like, well, Spirit said I have to do more, so I'm going to do more. Like, it just happens like that. All right, so I'm also getting the Magical Times Empowerment cards because we need to be empowered. And then I also need a tarot deck because I realized, like, I'm not pulling any tarot cards. Like, wait a minute. Okay, so I'll use... I actually got a new deck as well. The Golden Girls deck. I actually wonder where all my other cards went. Bear with me one moment. I have too many cards everywhere. What the? Okay, I got 3 different decks. I actually got a new deck, but I personally want to connect with it more. And usually I don't do that with cards. Like with decks, I don't usually, like people get mad at me because they're like, oh, you're supposed to connect with your deck. But I'm like, I'm bipolar. Like I can connect it with everything and I'm very adaptable, you know? But even though I have those roller coasters, somehow it still works because that's just been my whole life, jumping here, there, 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 there. So I'm okay with that. But I'm just going to stick with the 3 decks. I wanted to do 5 in total. So screw it. I'm going to use it, even though I just said I wouldn't. It's a Tarot del Toro deck. Ah, if you ever love like The Shape of Water or Pan's Labyrinth, let me tell you, Shape of Water was really, really cute as well, but I'm just in love with Pan's Labyrinth. Okay, so let me shuffle on here. I may cut some stuff out because y'all gonna be like, Kristen, just get to the point. Because I know sometimes I watch tarot readings, I'm like, get to the point. But again, if you want to skip, you could go down to the bottom. But the reason I'm patient, I'm an Aries and Moon Rising, and yeah. And then I'm an Aquarius Sun, so that's why I'm a little bit of a weirdo. But I like it to be weird, you know? Get weird. So what I'll do is I'm going to shuffle and then pull out on camera. So I'll use the little monitos. I didn't really plan anything out like I should have. So What else can I use? Should I just use 3? I know sometimes you need something to focus on. So I used this in the past, but right. The elephant, it brings luck. Money, honey. Elephant with the trunk up, faced by a door, bringing that cash. Buddha, rub its belly for some good luck. And then owl, wisdom. And then I'll go ahead. I really wanted to do 5, but I have no more little monitos, so I guess screw it. Let's keep going. I'm just gonna pull stuff. We have the rose quartz ring, copper to ground you. Rose quartz, copper to ground you. And then also, let me see what else is back here. I have a bunch of crystals too. We got an even golden light. Look up there. Like, oh wait, I have it actually holding down the camera because if not, this would fall. But this is for confidence. So if you need confidence, here you go, here you go, here you go. This is so beautiful, right? Like, I'm in love. Okay, so just continue. So Star of David is going to be the 5th one. So let me just go recap. It's going to be the elephant, Buddha, the owl, the rose quartz ring, copper, and then also the Star of David. Okay, okay, okay. You know what I'll do is I'll shuffle. And I'll just get going. So this is for pile number 1. Pile number 1. So let me pull out the Angel, God, and Goddesses cards. Want to come out first. Spirit guide, please help me during this reading. Help me give the accurate messages to the people in pile 1 that picked the elephant. So for pile 1, what needs to be said? What needs to be healed? Okay. And remember, we're all perfectly imperfect. If you want to nitpick this reading, you should probably leave because I probably won't even care anyway. But everyone's different. So if you don't like my reading style, go for it. Go. There's so many different people on YouTube, and then you're going to be stuck on me and just complain. Like, that doesn't make no sense. So just go ahead. If this resonates, perfect. If it doesn't, just go look at another reading, you know? So pile number 1, who resonated with the elephant, what is it that they need to heal? That's so funny because it ended there. Okay, I'm just going to go with it. So the first one is Angel of Psychic Ability. Your intuitive and psychic abilities are strong at the present. So if you felt like it was intense, like, like, why am I going through all this? It's because you're not just going through a normal life. You're not just a normal human being. My belief is we all are here to be awakened in some form of way. Like, we weren't just here to live the mundane day to day. It's up to us to still get us grounded. So it's just like you're going through an awakening because all the chaos around you. Usually chaos brings rebirth, right? I also got the Goddess of Knowledge. Start to apply what you already know. Trust your intuition, because you're not trusting the intuition enough. You're second guessing yourself, and it's like, why? Why are you second guessing yourself if you already know? Do you think that's going to keep you safe? Because safety is also an illusion, because anything can jump. You're actually not supposed to prepare. You're not supposed to plan, and I'm horrible at that. Like, I want to make sure, I want to make sure everything's good to go. But when you overplan and you overthink, you hold yourself back. And it's like, what are you doing? Instead of just going out and doing something, you're stalling on yourself. And that's why when people get upset with me and they're like, how could you just go out there and do this and that? Would you rather me stay quiet and never try to reach for anything? Would you rather me just like do the bare minimum? Would you rather me not hear what my soul has to say or do? Like, I'm going to do what I want. So y'all need to do what y'all wants. Like, if people don't believe in this, like, that's on them, because you're here to live life. Yes, work. I'm not saying, well, you don't have to. Some people go and just travel. I don't know how they do it, but work or not working, it's up to you to bring your own pleasure. Angel of pleasure. Take pleasure in the things you do. Mundane day to day can get to you. Like, you need to make sure you take the time to slow down. And my leg's shaking. Like, my legs just started shaking. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down. You don't need to be on the go, go, go all the time. You don't need to be anxious all the time. You need to tell your mind like, hey, I'm in charge. You're not in charge. And I know that's easier said than done. You're like, Kristen, you can't just fucking wake up and do that. Well, you can work on it day by day. You can forgive yourself when you mess up. You can leave notes in places, you know, for people with faulty memories. You could put sticky notes. You could put little notes, like just little things that would remind you of, hey, trust yourself, know what you're doing. And sometimes I need to slow down to get pleasure in my life. Sometimes I don't need to be worrying all the time. God of spiritual healing is on the bottom of the deck. It says an aspect of your situation in your life is in need of healing. So you need to take that time to stop. Smell the roses. And if they're dead, throw them out and get some new roses, okay? Because there's no excuse for you not to go get new roses. There's stores everywhere. It could be physical roses or just like imaginative roses. And since I'm speaking about roses, some of y'all may want to take like a rose bath, you know? Get that self-confidence, rose petals with Epsom salt. Wouldn't that be amazing? And if that's not your thing, you can even just do Epsom salt and lavender if you have anxiety, like to calm yourself down. So now I'm going to do these self-care cards, okay? Spirit just has me doing a bunch of stuff I don't normally do. Normally I plan them out and I'm like, da-da-da, and they're like, nah, you're going to wing it. So this is for pile number 1, the people that picked the elephant. What needs to help them heal? I should have kept those cards out, but I didn't. It says tenderness. Speak gently to yourself. Cherish the child within. So speak gently to yourself. Again, you're going too hard. You're going too hard with my legs shaking earlier. Like, slow down. Okay? The world's never perfect. Ever. So it's up to you to be tender with yourself. It's up to you to forgive yourself. It's up to you to love yourself. It's up to you to have fun. It's up to you to be like, okay, like me, I'm 26, but I'm still going to go have fun. I don't have, like, you know, even if you have kids, you could go drop them off. Or I know it's not that easy, but when you do get the chance, still have fun, even if when they're asleep. Like, it's up to you to still find the time for yourself. Even if it's 5 minutes. Risk. Stop staying safe. You don't need to stay safe. I know it sounds easier, but it's going to be hard either way. So would you rather stay hard and stay still? Or would you rather go and do something with yourself? So risk. Take a risk. You have the power within to move mountains. It's all mind over matter. I even do magic too. It's freaking mind over matter. Everyone, tell you, everyone in the world told me I was crazy. And I'm like, from when I was freaking like little, throwing tantrums, they're like, oh, she's bipolar. Like, she's going to be this, she's going to be that. And I have my own job. I don't live with my parents. I do what I want. I pay my own bills and I don't ask anybody for anything. But the projection on me was she's crazy and she's not going to get very far. Come on now. Have faith. Faith. Have faith. Faith grows when you act without knowing the end result. Like, I don't know what the heck. I put away those cards. I shouldn't have did that. And actually, they had me look down at the other cards and they did want me to pull out courage. You need to have the courage. Take the leap. Your courage will see you through. These ones I'm going to leave up here because I don't even know why I put them down. So, oh, 1 just fell. 2 just fell. Bears me uno. 1 and 2. Okay. So. Oh my God. I'm not even shuffling and they're already just... Have you ever seen cards and they're like... Tarot readers get that. They're like, oh, this is for them. It's time to reclaim your authenticity. The Selkie and her skin. You see how she hides? She's all hiding with the other seals because she rather be alone and claim herself back. So it's time for you to ride solo sometimes. It's time for you to take the risk. It's time for you to have the faith. It's up to you to do what you got to do in this life and not stay stuck, because you don't want to look in the future and be like, oh, I said I was going to do this 5 years ago and I never did it. Because then you're just going to be in regret. And then what's the point of that? Okay, for power number 1. Coral wisdom reversed. You are so smart. Like, you are smart. I love earth signs, but I'm getting earth signs vibe. I'm not saying all of you have to be earth signs, but I'm getting very stubborn. And when I think stubborn, a lot of the signs are stubborn, but I've met a lot of earth signs that are just like, no, I'm right. And then they never move, you know, and then their thoughts hold them back. And it's like, why? Like, you're going to be busy overthinking things for what? So you can ruin things for yourself, so you could be scared to make moves, so you can give other people power, so you can protect yourself from getting hurt. We all get hurt. Like, I legit probably get hurt. I'm going to say a lot. Again, I'm bipolar, right? But I also feel I'm an empath, so I feel other people's emotions. So it's a roller coaster. Like, I'm used to being high highs, low lows. I could be in the middle sometimes, you know, but pain is temporary. It's up to you to get out. Okay, we'll do one more for number 1. Telepathy. Nonverbal communication, energetic pulses, mind reading. And this is reversed, so this is of importance. This is saying, again, going back to the psychic abilities that I pulled in the past, even though I put it down, I'm still going to discuss it. You have more gifts than you know. And if you're here, you probably are interested in this type of stuff. And you're like, hell yeah, Kristen, why else would I be looking at this video? But if you are a newcomer, you're not crazy. It's just the world makes you think you're crazy. And then they just try to bring you down. It's like no point. You have to be your own hero. Be your own hero. No one's gonna save you but you. And you could even be in a relationship, but if you depend on them 100,000% to save you, it ain't gonna work out. I mean, some do. Allah, there was one still left in this deck. I was like, what the? Angel of space clearing. It's time to clear out old negative thoughts and feelings. Excuse me. See, I wanted to burp. It's saying get rid of that stuff, you know? Get it out. I'm so sorry, excuse me. Y'all are like, this chick. It happens. And this is my first time that I'm just recording all the way through, just pulling it out. So I'm sorry if you didn't like that, but my body does stuff during readings because it needs to be. That's something that was in me that needed to come out and no longer needed to be in there, or it would upset my stomach. So this is just saying, hey, clear your space, clear your energy. What no longer serves you, bye-bye now. We don't got time. We don't got time. And it actually kind of slid down right now because we ain't got time for that, you know? Alrighty, so this is for the Moonology cards. Moonology cards. What do we got here? Moonology cards. For pile number 1, the people that picked the elephant. A new start is coming. New moon, and it was reversed. I'm taking that as of importance. But if you keep yourself back, it's not going to happen. So it's up to you to make those moves. I just feel like a broken record now. You have to do what you got to do to survive, okay? Do what you got to do. It's your world. Wayne's World. Just kidding. Insert name here, world. No, but it's really up to you to do what you got to do. Okay, the elephant. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. Give to yourself. If you feel like you've been too stern and just on the go, 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 yeah, give to others. Actually, since you've been holding yourself back, you probably should be giving to others. I'm getting 2 mixed messages because this is a general reading. So some of this may pertain to you, some of it may not, because I'm talking to multiple people, not just one. But for this, a time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. You remember I told you it's always right and it's earth sign. Again, you don't have to be an earth sign. It's just, that's just what's popping in my head. But give to yourself if you're too hard on yourself. But also if you've been work, or me, or give to others as well. Show love to people, because when you give love, you get love. You know what I mean? When you project out, you get back in. Definitely. The energy is gaining momentum. So if you haven't had energy after this video, you might be like, okay, it's time for me to go and do stuff. So the energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. And you see the birds flying. Sometimes they have to rest, and that's fine. Just don't always keep yourself stopped, okay? So that was the new moon deck. And then let me go ahead and get out the magical times. Give to yourself. You need to do what you want to do. That's your healing. You need to treat yourself like you would treat a kid. Give yourself patience, love. What do they need to heal? Pile number 1. Metamorphosis in reverse for of importance. Trust the process and be patient. Becoming cannot be rushed. Change is beautiful. Believe me, I try to rush myself and I'm like, I'm supposed to be there already. I'm supposed to do this and that. I'm supposed to have my emotions under control. Someone who mind switches a lot, I'm telling myself I need to have my emotions under control like in a second. Like, come on. Like, I used to be way more like in the past, and I was able to slow it down. Am I where I need to be forever? No. Am I where I need to be right now? Yes. Humor. Laugh at yourself, lightening your heart. Let nothing steal your happiness. Let nothing steal your happiness. Because let me tell you, the world's already unhappy enough. Like, if shit happens, okay, it happened. Don't be dwelling on it for a year. Like, they say it takes half the time to get over something. So, and then it says discernment. Seek the truth of the situation. Use common sense and do not be fooled. Pay attention. Your intuition knows. So this can speak of, you know how people talk? Because everyone always talks. All the time. Like, I know I have some stories. And again, because I'm a little bit wild, I'll be like, yeah, I did that. I was at this point. I didn't even want to be here at that point. I was young. I already knew I was going to die. And then I did die. So like, yeah, if you knew you were going to die too, you would do a lot of stupid stuff. Like, duh. But everyone has their own situation. So it's just saying, don't trust everything that you hear, because everything's about perception, and perception can be a mother. Okay. So you may be even putting added stress onto yourself by listening to what other people have to say about other people. And then that's affecting your relationships. And it's like, why? If they have a problem with someone, that's their problem with someone. That's not your problem with someone. So how you can help yourself is don't listen to the chisme, okay? You make your own decision. You look, you observe, you listen to the intuition. Since you can feel people, you would already know on a different level what they're already feeling without having to hear from somebody else. You're smart. Come on. Don't be a follower. That's just not dating. We ain't got time for that. We ain't got time to be a follower. Okay. See, the moon came up. Don't be scared of the unknown. It's the bottom of the deck. Don't be scared of what you can't see. Because sometimes it's the most exciting parts, you know? Okay, so for pile number 1, how can you heal? These cards are so hard. See, y'all don't want to make moves. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Just make moves. Or you think about making moves and then you just go back and forth and it's like, don't stay in place. Allah. For the pile number 1, the people that chose the elephant, judgment reversed. So usually upright, it's a rebirth. You're not letting yourself get that rebirth. Your spirit really needs you to get out of your head. And it's easier said than done. Take it day by day. I'm not expecting you to do it in snap of a night. But I am saying, like, to heal yourself, you have to find yourself without the opinions of others. You have to do your own things. You have to. And if you hear noise in the background, it's because I have roommates. And yeah, I can't avoid that. So I'm so sorry if you hear background noise. So yeah. So that was the reading, pile number 1. Don't be scared to take the risk. Don't be scared to listen to your intuition. Don't be scared to do what you got to do in this lifetime because of what other people say. You're the one in charge. You're the one that's going to heal yourself. And just thank you so much for coming to the reading. I greatly appreciate it, for sure. And you're smart. But don't go overthinking where you put a noose over your head. You got to release the noose from your mind. You'll be fine. Reminds me of a 21 Pilot song. I don't know why. Okay, so now we're going to go into pile number 2. Pile number 2, welcome to Kristen's Tarot. So we are, well, first I'm getting all the cards together because I did it kind of random today where I kind of just pulled stuff out because it felt like the world's chaotic. Why not be chaotic today? So let me see, just getting stuff together, putting stuff where they need to be. I'm not editing out because a lot of people, I don't know. I just seen people do readings where they just go and I'm like, well, fuck it. Let's just go, you know? I said I wouldn't curse and then it happened. My bad. Oy. Move this a little bit. Oh, that's the wrong thing. There we go. Whoa, what is that? Just move that light right there. Too much, too much. So you gotta switch focus. So switch some focus. I haven't even pulled cards yet, but that's what it's feeling like already. You gotta switch some focuses in your head to heal yourself. Pile number 2. Okay. So let me do these how I did before. And I'll do it different than pile number 1. Pile number 1, I just kind of like went as I, you know, said as I go. But this one, I'll lay them out first. So for pile number 2, this is for the people that chose the Buddha. This is for pile number 2. What do they need to heal? What do they need to heal? What does pile number 2 need to heal? That's the first time I've ever seen that card, and I've worked with this deck a lot. Okay, that's not the first time I've seen that one. Okay, I'm only going to choose 3. They told me 3, so I'm listening. Okay, so we got that one down. Now I'm going to pull, that was from the Angel, God, and Goddesses deck. Now I'm going to pull from the Mermaid Oracle deck. So for the Mermaid Oracle deck, for pile number 2 that chose the Buddha. Ooh, I see you. Okay. Sorry, these cards are flipping all different ways. Get me 2 more cards, Spirit Guides, for pile number 2 that chose Buddha. Okay. That's the Mermaid Oracle. Now I'm going to go with the self-care cards. Okay. For self-care deck, Spirit Guide advice for the self-care deck. They told me no. I was shuffling and then they said no. And I was like, what? What do you mean no? What is no? Just kidding. I know what it was. But for pile number 2, people that chose the Buddha, what do they need to heal? Okay, okay. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Spirit, you're going too much right now. Going too hard. We're gonna calm you down right there. Now I'm gonna go with the Magical Times Empowerment card. So this is for the people that picked pile number 2. For the people that chose pile number 2. Sorry, I'm trying to pick this up. People that chose pile number 2. Buddha. What is the spiritual guide advice for healing for pile number 2? Aw. 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 Sorry, I just like to make noises. And then I'll do the Mermaid Oracle deck. I said Mermaid Oracle deck. I already did that one. That's just my favorite. See, someone's talking bad, but screw it. And also, yeah, if it's happening during this reading, if people are talking bad or you have friends or you just feel like people are talking bad about you, they're going to do it either way. And if they're talking bad, usually that means there's something to be jealous about. So should you really be even mad? You know? But if you do get mad, I'm Aries, Moon, and Rising. So believe me, I know how that goes. But right now I'm at peace. So I'm like, I'm good. Find your center. Even if you can't do it all the time, just separate yourself, you know, to find that center. So that's a good healing technique. Because I used to do in the past where I just blah, 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 and it got me in trouble. So I'm feeling like a good healing technique is before you say stuff, like let's say if you say bad stuff about yourself, try to say something good about yourself or just try to keep it in, you know, some good self-love techniques. Spirit guide advice for pile number 2, the Buddha. Okay. And then this one, I'll use the tarot cards again. I brought all these tarot cards over here only to use one deck because Spirit was like, wait a minute, use that one. And I'm like, really? I just brought all these over here. This is for pile number 2 for the Buddha. Okay, got the message loud and clear. Alrighty. So, moving these over. We're going to get started with the Angels, God, and Goddesses deck, okay? First one here is Angel of Support. The universe has heard your silent call for help. So they hear you, even if you don't talk to them. And the ones that do, like, they appreciate you. But even the ones that don't, even when you're just thinking those dark thoughts by yourself, like, they still hear you. Even if you don't believe they exist, there's something out there that is like, okay, like, we know you need healing. And you may not see the reason why we're doing this now, but there's a divine plan and I need you to believe in me. That's what they're saying. Angel of Communication. Communicate clearly. Don't be afraid to tell it like it is. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. People are all up in your space and you're like, hey, I'm not really loving myself right now. I need my own time. They need to understand. Point blank, period. Or it could be that you may not be seeing from another perspective, and a great way to heal yourself is, instead of going forward, and it's a lot of like finding your power and not being intimidated by others, because when you communicate, the ego is what usually comes out when it comes to arguments and things along that lines. So they really want you to heal the ego, and a way to heal the ego is actually talking it out instead of making things go around in circles in your head and overthinking things. So just a great healing technique is knowing that you're supported by the universe, and also that you need to communicate a little bit better. I'm not saying it's just you. It could be the other party as well, but the communication just needs to be key. And like, my spirit guides even told me, Kristen, why are you going around people who you know are going to mess you up? Because you know they're going to get bad karma and you know better. And I'm like, how am I supposed to protect somebody else from doing bad to me? Like, maybe they shouldn't do bad to me. And spirit's like, no, we told you. You know. And I'm like, really? Now I'm responsible for other people's actions that aren't even my actions. And they're like, because you already know. That's a frustrating situation. And also Angel of Self-Worth. Angel of Self-Worth, you are currently undervaluing yourself. It's time to regain your self-worth. Okay? Since it's healing, pile number one, I told them, didn't tell them, I let them know it's there. You could take like a salt bath, get like, you know, rose petals, lavender for anxiety. You could look up different herbs and things to put in there as well, because there needs to be a lot of self-worth there, because you're more than you know. And the only reason you don't see that is because you're with yourself every day. And when you're with yourself every day, you get annoyed with yourself. It just happens. When you're with yourself every day, it gets boring. And that doesn't mean that's how people view you. That's just what's happening. So stop beating yourself up, because with the Mermaid Oracle cards, divine sensuality, making love erotica, people want to you, okay? I'm not saying go do it, because like, that's up to you if you want to go do that. Me personally, I have to take a step back, because when I have relations with somebody, it's usually on a deeper level because I know of my gifts, you know? So like, I'll feel more than they feel, and it's kind of, yeah. So I got to slow down. Like, I have really slowed down. I used to go and do it all the time, and then it was messing me up. Like getting in relationships with people, or like, I don't know. I'm getting the vibe, because since they had me bring that up, I didn't have the self-worth back then. And I got with people to try to make me feel better. And that's just not the case, because you're the queen, you're the king, you're the empire, you're the one in charge. Okay. Plain boy. I can't even talk. So maybe y'all can't even express yourself properly. And that's why the Angel of Communication is popping up. Because when it comes to things like that, when it comes to talking about your healing, you don't really want to talk about it. But you need to talk about it, because you need to be able to give yourself some love, because you're holding on too much stuff and you're going down instead of up. This is a water flight card. Usually upright, it's heaviness lifted, burdens are casted away, weightlessness. But since it's reversed, instead of going up, you would technically be going down to the darker parts here, you know? Instead of going for air, you're drowning yourself with these emotions. It makes me think of like water signs, Pisces usually, yeah, water signs, even Scorpios, they get pretty intense too. Either way, sorry, I'm jumping out of here, but if you have intense emotion, you know, just be careful with that, because you're more than you know. And you need to see yourself clearly with transparency. Honest, authentic, genuine, present. So a way to heal yourself is to be in the present. When your mind goes too far, bring it back. When your mind goes too far back, why the hell are you thinking about the past? It's okay to go to the past, but to stay in the past, like, what are you doing? Now you're just damaging yourself. I'm not saying to forget happy memories at all, but what I am saying is you're going to keep growing and going. That's the whole point of the world, is to grow, 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 grow. So if you're constantly trying to keep yourself in the same bubble, the same mindset, it's not going to work. And eventually Spirit is going to put you through trials and tribulation, because they're going to be like, wake up. We need you to wake up. Because you don't got your power right now. Power reversed. Own your power. Every storm brings a fresh new beginning. And when you have a storm, it's like a rebirth, you know, it's chaos. So you can see what's wrong and you can come back. And be careful with the storm, because again, if it's going into these darker thoughts, if you're going down to the depths, you're not being in the now. You're thinking, oh, this could go wrong, this could go wrong, this could go wrong. But have you ever thought like you were being blocked for a reason? No, because as humans, we are selfish. Automatically. I know you'd be like, no, I'm not. But we all have those selfish tendencies. And we get lost in the day-to-day. So it's like, wake up and get your power. And take the risk to not do what you used to do. To switch it up. Take the risk to take a risk. You have the power within to move mountains. And you're not moving mountains right now. You're moving pebbles. Or at least that's how you may think you're doing. But it's like, give yourself more credit because you have more power. Sorry, they just switched that up. But they were like, wait a minute. Because if you keep saying like, I don't have the power, I don't know if I'm going to take this risk, how are you ever going to progress? Change forward, be willing to make mistakes. Be willing to take a risk so you could gain that power. So you could be transparent. So you could go up and get some air. So you could love yourself. So you can be able to communicate like you need to. So you can have that self-worth to know that you're the star. And know that you're supported by the universe. And the next card is self-love from the self-care card. Care for your body, self-love and self-acceptance are the ultimate acts of self-care. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't ever think I don't ever have negativity, because I do. I have very high highs and I have very low lows. One of the things that I've always been like, is my weight. But then I flew 90 feet out of the car and I survived. If I was skinny, I'd be dead. Like, I don't even know how I'm alive, to be honest. I should have been blind too, because I woke up blind. But sorry, that gives me anxiety to see my hands. But yeah, but I still love all my everything. And I am still working on myself. I do have a treadmill because I do have pins in my hip and, you know, some other health stuff that I have to make sure, like, even though I'm big, that I don't get bigger. And honestly, it's for me too. Because I love myself enough to be like, hey, you need to exercise. Because I sit at a desk all the time, you know? So also, way to heal yourself, exercise. Get yourself love. If you don't like where you are, make the progress to like where you are. Take the risk, okay? Alrighty, so now I'm going to switch to the Moonology cards. It's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. I talked about Scorpio earlier. Full moon in Scorpio, it's time to release negative energy, okay? It's time, and I'm about to get a cramp right now. So if I get a cramp and fall to the floor, they did that on purpose. Thanks, Spirit. Time to release negative energy. They're like, get rid of that cramp, get that release. You got some tense there. And I'm like, whoa, calm down. Like, you don't always have to, what is it called? I can't even think. You don't always have to attack somebody. You don't always have to strike them, you know? Like, Spirit, come down, don't strike me. I'm trying to do a job. Come down. They're like, we just have stuff that synchronicities also help you. So keep an eye out for synchronicities. Like you say, like, if you do talk to Spirit, like, hey, can you give me a sign, like, that you're here, that this, and that? And they will, you know, they definitely will. Because they want you to know you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo, you are right. Because, like, earth signs, they usually like, you are right, but being right doesn't get you anywhere. Actions do. So even if you're right, keep going. Make the moves then, if you know you're right. And take a time to breathe out. This is the I can't even speak. Either way, just take time to breathe out. I'm not going to stress over that. Like, I'm not. Just take time to breathe out. Like, life gets a lot, I know. But it's up to us to keep going. Because only we can heal ourselves. Healing. This is from the Fairy Magical Times Empowerment cards. It says healing. Bless all in need of healing, hope, and love. Spirit grants us strength and wisdom, guide us to the path of wellness. So ask for them. Remember I told you they give you signs? I literally said that earlier. Yeah, they give you signs. So ask for them to be there, and they'll give you those synchronicities that you need. And honestly, helping other people does make you feel better. So if you ever do want to heal, be there for other people. And then when you're helping other people, you're going to get those signs as well that you're not alone, you know? And you're going to get the creation. Creation. Remember, your thoughts shape your future. Your words create today. Your choices become your reality. So your choices become your reality. If you choose to stay still and do what you always do, you're going to get the same results. If you choose to move, you're going to get new results. Even don't be afraid to make mistakes, because it's all about creation and you're supposed to go there at the times, okay? Every hard thing I've ever been through was for a reason. It was. Even though I really wanted some of that stuff really, really bad, it wasn't part of my divine plan. And if I stayed, I would have dimmed my light. I would have not been here today. I would have been satisfying somebody else because I didn't love myself enough. So don't lose yourself. Self-love is very important. So that's a main focus for yours to heal, is a lot of self-love, because you are more than you know. Love reversed. But for me, I'm taking it of importance. Listen to your heart. Embrace what makes you happy. There are 1 million reasons to love. 1 million reasons to love. Yeah, it's easy to hate, but there's 1 million reasons to love. The only reason you're going to hate is if you had a bad childhood, you had bad experiences, life just kicked you in the ass, like you feel like you're not good enough. Like, the thing is, life is not just going to hand things to you. This isn't just like, oh, people, you got popped out of your mama and you're going to get all the blessings in the world. I'm sorry, that's not how it works. I wish it was. Ooh, I wish I could be rich. You know, some people are lucky enough to go down that route, but that's not our route, you know? So just have that self-love to know that you can rebuild. Because 3 of Pentacles reversed, I feel like there's no rebuilding your life at times. And it's like, excuse me? Yes, you can. You just need to tweak things a little bit. Knave of Wands, there is someone wanting to come in and be grounding to you. They do have some fiery energy or different energy than you. You may not even trust them because the way they're coming in hot. And then the Queen of Swords, you're coming in. You're not coming in hot, you're coming in mental. You're coming in like, I'm going to slice you, dice you. I heard kind of want to wife you. I don't even know where that came from. Some of y'all like what's bad for you. And it's like, Spirit's also saying self-love, you know? We're not saying this person would never change. Like, people do want to be there for you, but it's up to self-love. Because if you're on fire, and if he's on, or they, the gender doesn't matter. If they're on fire, but they're trying to ground you, and then you see them as a threat, and they're like, no, I'm trying to be here. And then you're like, I don't think so. And then you kind of just cut off their head by accident. Like, that's not okay. But y'all both are protecting yourself. So that's where the angel communication came in. You may have a lot of relationships in your life where the communication just isn't there, and then both parties think they're doing the right thing, and then in turn they both get hurt. So it's just saying, hey, love yourself so you can go ahead and have better communication with others, and you can see your life get better and keep going. You're in power, so keep that progress going. Okay, my Queen of Swords, my King of Swords. Don't think there's anything wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with any of us. Even though they told me, like, you're this, you're that, like, I'm still human. I'm still supposed to be here. People could say whatever the hell they want, but, like, we're all here for a reason. And if you're really going to listen to what other people say, then you'll never really get really far, because people are always going to do things and be frustrating. So just know, have that self-love. And I actually feel like I want to throw up. Like, I feel like I got anxious and nervous. So you may get anxious and nervous, because I legit feel like that right now. But don't be the bigger person, you know? Be who you want to be. Think about your future steps, okay? Take time to breathe out when you get like this. Like, my stomach's really hurting now. Fun part of being an empath, hey. Not really, but I mean, you gotta take the bad times with the good times. Sorry, I'm looking for cards. If you're like, what is she doing? It's because I kind of did these all randomly. Alrighty, pile number 2. Remember, you're perfectly imperfect. And I appreciate you for coming to Kristen's Tarot. Pile number 3. I'm getting ready right now. Just shuffling. Getting all the other cards together. Almost done. Okay, now I gotta get up. Whew, let me tell you. Pile number 2, I still feel you. I feel anxious. I feel like I want to throw up. And I got tired. Woo. Oh my God, we're already 50 minutes into this. That's cool though. I mean, that's cool, but. Okay. Did I get everything I need to get? Yes, I believe so. So I'm back. I'm sorry if you saw all that. Perfectly imperfect, so I don't care. But pile number 3, here we go. Snap. I heard lights, camera, action. So you may feel like you're in the spotlight. And being in the spotlight, that's a lot of pressure. But then also, I feel like some of y'all were meant to be in the spotlight. And some of y'all may be like, that's not pressure, but then sometimes it just gets to you. We're in a Mars and Mercury retrograde, so of course it's going to get frustrating. Things are going to go wrong. So let me go ahead and get started. This time, I'll get started with the Angel, God, and Goddesses deck, like all the other ones before. I was going to switch it up, but then they were like, wait a minute. So for pile number 3, this is anybody who picked the owl. Welcome to Kristen's Tarot. This is what healing needs to be done, okay? So what is pile number 3? The people that chose the owl. What needs to be done for pile number 3? What healing needs to happen? Okay. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to use the Mermaid Oracle cards. Oop, a box just fell, but that's fine. So for pile number 3, the people that chose the owl. For the people that chose the owl, what do they need to heal at this time? What does pile number 3 need to heal at this time? Pile number 3, what needs to be healed? Oh, okay. All right, I see that. I see that. Okay. They said take this one too. Okay, I hear you. Now I'm going to pull from the self-care deck. For self-care, Spirit Guide advice for pile number 3, the people that chose the owl for self-care. What self-care will help them heal? Okay. For the Moonology deck, Spirit Guide advice for pile number 3, the people that chose the owl. What is the spiritual guide advice for the people that chose the owl? Spiritual guide advice for the people that chose the owl deck. Pile number 3. Okay. Woo. Woo. Okay. Put these backwards. And then last but not least, did I get the fairy deck? No, I didn't. Okay, I'm a liar. Not last but not least. Alrighty. For pile number 3 for the owl, for the fairy deck. Ooh, one just flipped. What is it? They said, get that out of here. It's just, they literally had me just get out the cover for it. So you already know what needs to leave. That's my sign. You already know what needs to get out. And that's what will help you heal. You may not want to hear it. You may be in denial. Spirit don't care. I'm telling you, they don't care. Like I tell them all the time, oh, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. They're like, haha, that's cool. That's cool that you want that. Like, it's not that we're not listening. It's we care. It's just, we got a divine plan here. Right, Spirit? Sorry. Look at that flame go. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Getting distracted. And that may even distract you. You have something that's distracting you and needs to go. And you know it needs to go. Okay, so for pile number 3, the people that chose the owl. Ooh. 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 My ear is going. Well, to make you feel better, people speak of you fondly, pile number 3. Like, they know you're wise. Even if they don't listen to you, they know you're wise. So for pile number 3, what healing needs to be done? For pile number 3, what healing needs to be done? I keep hitting, like, the plants back here. So what healing, you should really go out in nature. Even if you're like, Kristen, it's cold, don't you know? Yeah, I know. Well, then bring a plant inside. Like, be creative. Go to planetarium. COVID. I know. I'm sorry. Oh, something fell. Oy. I know, Spirit. I don't even want to get started. I'm just gonna pull cards. Hold on. Okay, so what needs to be healed? What needs to be healed? What needs to be healed? Spirit guides, what needs to be healed? Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. I know I did that. Like, I got intense, like, everywhere. There's something that needs to go, and I don't know if you want it to go because you don't want to make the change. With the Knight of Cups card, I'm starting with the Tattoo Tarot. Knight of Cups card reversed, that could be someone coming in with empty promises. Again, take what resonates, leaves what doesn't. I'm reading not just one person, this is for multiple people. So for some of you, people are going to come in with empty promises, and you already know. Like, you already have that feeling. Like, I already know. Also, Knight of Cups reversed, that could also mean that you're not listening to your own intuition. No. Sorry, I know they're saying someone's coming in and they're going to bring in abundance, or someone's trying to come and, I don't want to say manipulate, but there is a situation where you just know that it's just no good. Okay? And Spirit wants to get you in the 3 of Wands, where you go and you see from outside itself. It's grounding, you know. They want you to see outside of everything, see why it happened the way it did. Because you're still in the 3 of Swords. Heartbreak, hurt. Doesn't have to be a lover. It could be a person. It could be a friend, you know. But it's just getting you in a part where, like, the Black Widow, like the Black Widow, they ate their partner. You know what I'm saying? They ate the males once they were done with them. So there's just something that needs to go. You may want to put like a dream catcher. Some people even just leave the webs on the walls to, like, they believe it's like a dream catcher where it soaks up all that negativity. So if you have a hard time sleeping, you may want to get either a dream catcher or just let the spiders do their thing. It's October, so I guess, right? I'm not saying like you have to do that all the time, but I'm just seeing like there's negativity that needs to be stopped when you're trying to go to bed or when you are asleep, because it's affecting you and it's not letting you do these changes, and you're not letting go. You rather go cut people's head off than change. And Spirit's like, what? Like, you need to heal from this person. You need to heal from the situation. I'm not saying never go back. All I'm saying is there needs to be healing. There needs to be changed. Because even this one from the Moonology card, it says nothing will come of this situation. So you need to drop something. Void, of course, moon. Something needs to go. Full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. Am I saying release them? No. For some of you, you are going to stay. But don't let pride get in the way. There's two perspectives to every story. So make sure you go and get their story if you're going to stay. Because if you're not, you're going to go in circles. It's not going to be fun. And honestly, like for someone, like I'm an extrovert. You may be introverts, like, but for me, like I hate when I know someone has something to say and they don't say it. Because I'm an empath and I'm like, are you serious? So then it fires me up and it makes me want to go and be, even though that's not the right thing to do. It's because of a bruised ego, right? So just saying like, hey, don't let pride get in your way. For when Leo, have the courage that if there is a problem and you want to resolve it, go resolve it. What's the excuse? That you need to heal. So if they're not going to give you the answer, I'm not telling you to stalk somebody and be like, talk to me. What I'm telling you is have the courage to do what needs to be done and have the confidence in it. Because prosperity lies ahead reversed. This situation is not going to lead you nowhere. There needs to be a change. There needs to be a change. Because prosperity lies ahead. So you're going to be good. New Moon in Taurus. It's just Tauruses usually hold themselves back because they're overthinking situations. And it's like, why? Like, you're still going to be overthinking situations 5 years from now if you don't make a move. And then you're going to be in regret. And it's like, what's that for? Balance and practicality reverse for importance. Full moon in Pisces. You're drowning in emotions. You need to find balance. Go meditate. Meditating can even be freaking skateboarding. It could be dancing. It could be singing. It could be chess. It could be, what else could it be? Cosplaying, tanning, laying on the beach. Anything that brings you peace. Because everyone has their own different things, but you're your own person, and you need to do what brings you peace and bring that balance and spirituality back to you. Because if not, you're never going to know what needs to go or what needs to change in a relationship or relationships. And then once you find that balance in spirituality and practicality, you'll be able to get the self-care card revelations. Listen to your life. The right path will reveal itself. So once you're able to find yourself and really realize what needs to change, in order, if you're going to continue something or go down a new path, you need to be able to balance yourself. And I just got dizzy. Like, I legit got dizzy. And I'm like, ooh. So just make sure you're not overworrying yourself to the point where you feel fatigued. And even this card just fell, where you feel like falling and not getting up. Find the playfulness. Play with a child. Children are your greatest teachers. So some of you may be parents. Some of you may not. Some of you may just have a childlike spirit in you. And it's just saying, hey, we need... Look at it like the eyes of a kid. A kid goes and toddler, they'll go argue, they'll go do whatever, and then they cry, and then they get over it. Some things need to be let go. If you're going to stay in situations, some things need to be let go. There needs to be communication. And there needs to be trust that things aren't always going to stay the way they are. Trust your decisions. March to the beat of your own drum. You're your own person, so don't think about, like... Look at this girl with the violin. Sorry, I just went to go stare at it. With the violin, and there's a mask in the background. I don't really know if you could see it. I'm going to try to focus here. But there's a mask in the background. Yeah, it's not going to go. And she has a violin. And she's in nature. So again, ground yourself. It's perfect. You see? I said earlier, I kept hitting the plant. You need to go in nature and do your thing. Play music. And she's still sad in nature. I'm not saying you're automatically going to sit outside and be like, oh, I'm happy. Like, no, you're going to heal. You're going to sit out there. You're going to be in silence. And you're going to think, where am I at? Why am I at where I'm at now? And you need to hold yourself accountable, because it takes two to tango. Y'all's mind's intense, guys. What the heck? And dreams. Think big. There are I can't even freaking talk. Why can't y'all? There's too much. Like, can y'all stop? Like, I get it. Oh, pile number 3, you're just intense. It's not bad. You're wise. But, like, I feel like the tortured artist or the tortured smart person, like, Have you ever thought about how, like, Dexter Laboratory, how he wasn't as an adult? Like, you're so smart, but does that really bring you happiness if you don't find balance? I don't know why I brought that up. Sorry. But either way, dreams. Think big. There are unseen forces ready to support your dreams. So go do what you want to do, because the world wants to help you. From the Magical Times Empowerment cards, the first one is expectations. Be open for whatever comes next. It might just be the music your heart's been waiting to hear. And going back over to the trust card, how she has the music, she's not playing it, and she's sad. So sorry, excuse me. You need to release stuff. See, I burped there. Ah, you need to release things. And if you ever do an egg, like an egg cleansing, and you get bubbles, that's meaning that you're taking other people's stuff in and you don't know how to release it. So just know that as well. I don't know why I wanted to say that. But expectations, be open for whatever comes next. It might just be the music your heart wants to hear. So you're thinking too much and you're not able to do what actions. Okay, stop thinking, take actions. Make your dreams reality. The next one is gratitude reversed. Importance. Be grateful for abundance. Live in appreciation for what you have, and more good things will come. It's so easy to list down the things that are not okay. I get stuck like that sometimes too, and that's ugly. Like I told you, I'm everywhere. I'm a roller coaster. So I have high highs, I have low lows. But it's up to you to tell yourself, why am I being this ugly? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? And like, why am I expecting things when I should just be living? And like, I know the truth to happiness is I can't be too far in the future. I can't be too far in the past. Like, yes, I want to control stuff. Like, I feel like that's yes, I want to control that. Like, I feel like my mind wants to go like that. But it's like, you can't control everything. What you can control is the right now. What you can control is your own happiness, because there's always going to be someone trying to block it. Partnership. Learn to grow with others, overcoming obstacles by working together. Touch each other's hearts while life lasts. Like, you may be holding yourself back from really expressing yourself too. And again, how could you ever have good relationship, friendships, or anything if you don't really express what's on your mind? If you just have a guard up, like you're wise, but you're quiet and you want to stand back. Like, what does that do for you? And again, the roller coaster that I go on, when I'm comfortable, I can be myself. You know, I'm comfortable because I'm in my room. Yes, I'm talking to a camera, but it's still just me. And I do go on autopilot to reading, like I'm good to go, but I have had moments where I'm like at a party, or I'm here, I'm there, and like I see people and I feel like I can't trust them, and I just get super, super quiet and I turn weird. And that holds me back from future things that could be. That was a confirmation. I just heard a noise in my closet. I have some candles burning in there. I do some spell work as well. So for the healing, deviation, prophecy, fate, destiny, future, fortune. See how she's just thinking? Like, I see you thinking and you're like, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is going to happen, it's going to happen, I know it's going to happen. And you do have the power to make it happen, because belief, manifestation is just belief in yourself. It's willpower in yourself. It's knowing that you could do whatever the hell you want to do. That's what magic is. Okay? I came intense because I don't think people realize how you could be spiritual. And again, a noise came from my closet, and those candles are halfway, so I know they're good. There's no way that noise should be happening. So that's confirmation. I don't know if you heard that. Sorry. I have to take what resonates with me. And hi, I see my little centimeter over there. But either way, you're going too much in your head. Take the action. Spirit knows what you want, but how are they supposed to take you to the finish line if you don't even walk? You know, if you're just thinking like, if I walk there, well, then walk there. And if you don't want to walk there right away, that's fine. I'm not saying like I'm gonna force you, like Spirit's gonna grab you by the hair and drag you to the finish line. If you have to take the time by yourself and go to sanctuary, do what you gotta do. Privacy in personal space, respected boundaries and taboos. Respected boundaries and taboos. You see? If you have to get 5 minutes in the restroom, go do that. If you need time by yourself, go do that. I'm not saying because you need time to be in your emotions, because they're a mer woman in water. That's emotions. They need time to go through it and then progress. But they're saying like you need to progress. You need to make it literally flipped. I was like, what the hell? Okay, I get it. You need to sacrifice. Why can't I speak? Can y'all stop? Y'all are so wise, but y'all's minds, man. Like, your minds are amazing. Like, I'm not saying it's horrible, but damn. You're tense there. Sacrifice. There are those worth making. There are those that will destroy you. So either way, you got to go. This is going to hurt me. That's going to hurt me. But either way, I'm going to get hurt. So what am I going to do what's good for me? What am I going to do that's going to make me feel better? Even though I know either way is going to hurt. Why am I so mad? Like, they're mad because they want you to do better. Like, I don't even know who's picking this card, but I want you to do better. I want you to do better for yourself. I don't want you to do better for anybody else. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying be dick to everybody, but I'm saying like they want you to flip your hair. They want you to be like, okay, I know that's what you want, but this is what I want as well. Like, meet me in the middle. Like, you want your life to be perfect. Partnership. I feel like there's bad communication right now. It's Mars and Mercury retrograde. It's understandable, but there needs to be an energy field adjustment, because right now it's just everywhere. It's just everywhere. And I don't know if you could see this girl. She cries underwater. You see the lights? Your light's leaving you. You're dimming your light. Why are you dimming your light? Aura cleansing and health. Do an egg cleansing. A bath. Epsom salt. Like, do a cleansing. You need cleansing, because let me tell you, you're not in your power. Like, I got so exhausted. Can y'all? I literally got so exhausted. Wave of power. A surge of power, upswing, and energy, accelerating movement if upright. When reversed, that means the waves aren't pushing you where you need to go. You know, you're just staying in the middle of the ocean, just abandoned with nothing, no shores around you, and emotion. And spirit's like, nah, thank you. We need those waves to push you back to shore, because you don't want to move that tail, because merman, merwoman, you know? Speaking of which, from the God, Goddess, and like, they're really taking my breath away. Like, your head, like, can y'all stop? Angel, God, and Goddesses. I had to look at the name of the deck too. Angel of Emergence. It's time for the real you to emerge. It's time for you to put this wave of power back upright. Two to tango in every relationship. Even if you're in a partnership, or you left, or whatever the situation is, friendship, family, loved ones, like, it's a give and take. Like, someone can't be in charge all the time, and you can't satisfy everybody. That's just not how it works. I wish it was, but it's not how it works. So, Angel of Emergence. It's time for the real you to emerge. And you see how her third eyes light up? Their third eyes light up. He, she, don't matter. Spirit wants that for you. Oh. And look at, you see how it's a flower, but then they turn into butterflies? So you're standing still, but then you will go ahead and get that takeoff. You will get the wave to push you. Goddess of the shadows, what you perceive to be your dark side holds a hidden treasure. There's a lot of dark in me. I'm not going to sit here and again act like I'm the best human being on the planet, because no one's the best human being on the planet. Everyone has faults. But I will sit here and say that I'll be the first to tell you what's wrong with me, and I'll be the first to tell you what lessons I learned, and I'll be the first to prove that I'm going to change to myself, not because other people need to hear it. I'm just loud because I was born that way. Like, if you're an introvert and it's hard for you to be loud, that's fine. You could change in privacy because you're wise. Like, you probably don't want to be loud. But what I'm saying is, like, what you perceive to be your dark side holds a hidden treasure. And there can't be good without bad. There can't be good days without bad days. There can't be the sun without the night. Like, it's fine. You need to find a balance. You need to find pleasure. Angel pleasure. Take pleasure in the things you do. Because life's hard. You see how she's finally above, like, you see how the fishes are jumping? Pew, pew. They're taking action. She's not drowning her emotions. The water's down here. Like, she's able to have that solar plexus energy, because I'm getting like orange, yellows. Like, that's what I'm feeling. Like, even though the emotions are still down there, she could still do whatever she got to do. You could still do whatever you got to do. I don't know why I did that. What the hell? Angels of joyfulness. Something wondrous and magical is about to happen. So once you're able to come out of your cocoon and turn into your butterfly, once you're able to see, like, okay, I deserve good in my life too. I deserve to do this. I deserve, like, yeah, I'm trying to make everybody happy, but I deserve this, this, and that. And once you give the gratitude, even if you had a shitty life, like, at least I'm not out in the streets. At least it's not this. At least it's not that. It could be worse, you know. And you're more grateful, and you make those moves, and you find your power, and you get those cleanse, and you realize that you have to sacrifice anyway. So do what you got to do. You're going to be fine. Okay? You're wise. You're going to be fine. It's just, who is overthinking? You know what I mean? You are. I do too. Don't worry. But to heal, find the gratitude. You're going to be okay. Stop expecting so much and live in the moment. You'll be golden. You are perfectly imperfect as the rest of us. And if anyone has something to say, they're probably just hurt in their life and they're projecting because they need to. I've been on that pile too. I can tell you, if you want to see, like, I'm loud when I need to be. Do you also always necessarily need to be? No. I learned my lessons, but all I'm saying is, like, I'm a person that doesn't mind being in the public eye and saying, like, hey, I made a mistake. If you ever want to go see my rants, if you ever just want to go see how I progress in life, if you ever just want a reading, if you want a more in-depth one, I'm going to put my information below. But don't be scared to be you, because you have to take a risk. I'm taking a risk with this. And at first it was scary. I didn't even want to do this for the longest time because I was like, like, what's going to happen? And then when I took the risk, I was like, oh, this isn't that bad. Not that bad at all. What's someone going to do? Just thumbs down it? Like, okay, cool. Opinions are like, everyone's got one. And if this isn't your reading, I don't even get why you're here when there's like YouTube with all these other groups. That should be like your thing, even if it's not YouTube. Like, okay, if you don't like me, so what? You're still not going to like me. And all right, thank you so much, pile number 3. I'm just getting all the cards together right now so I could go ahead and go on to pile number 4. But you're great. Pile number 4, welcome to Kristen's Tarot. So this is going to be what healing needs to be done. I'm just picking up from pile number 3, the owl. And let me move these back so I could go into pile number 4 with the ring, okay? Rose gold and with the copper grounding. So you need to let go of resentment and be able to heal yourself, and you need to ground yourself. So if you want a copper rose gold ring, you can find them online. I even went to like a little shop, Trader's Village. If you're not an SA, I don't know what to tell you that, but you can find little shops that help you go and find these things. Sorry, my brain is just literally, what are you doing, brain? There's something wrong. Oh, there it goes. It's right in front of my face. I did 3 other piles, guys, and I'm just going through it. I'm just going through it. Let me put the oracle on. Okay, here we go. Pile number 3, welcome to Kristen's Tarot. All about healing. So for pile number 3, spirit guides from the Angel, God, and Goddesses deck, what do they need to heal from the Angel, God, and Goddesses deck? Angels, God, and Goddesses deck. What do they need to heal from? Oh, I was tired, and I get why. Oh, it flipped out. The second card just flipped. Oh, I'm tired of the old. That's why I yawned. Ooh. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and pull from the Mermaid Oracle deck. This is for pile number 3, the rose gold ring. So spirit guides, what do they need to heal from the Mermaid Oracle deck? Tell me what needs to come out at this time for the Mermaid Oracle deck. What do they need to heal from? Okay. 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 Sorry, I'm just making a bunch of noises. You already know stuff. Like, you're probably here and you're like, I already know what needs to be healed. I'm just here because I want confirmation. Alrighty, so for pile number 4, the rose gold ring from the self-care cards. What is a self-care card for you? Okay. 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 You're good, guys. Like, don't... You're tired, but you're not going to stay where you're at. So don't think like that's all you're ever going to get. Sorry, those flipped, but I was like, that was for me. Oh my God. And then they still flipped more out. They're like, these were for them though. All right. Allah, can you stop flying things out? I mean, I love you. Oh my gosh. No wonder. That was powerful. Let's expect powerful change, and it freaking flew out. And then they all wait. Okay, I'm good. All right, I got your sign. There was one that was kind of like far. And they want me to get this one too. Okay, I'll stop there. Oh, if I don't stop, Spirit will keep going. I'm overheating, so I kind of feel like y'all do too much, or maybe y'all overheat yourselves, or you know what I mean? Like a computer, like you need to cool off sometimes. So Spirit got advice from the Mermaid Oracle deck. Oh, sorry, these are the regular tarot cards. My apologies. Alrighty, so file number 4 for the Rose Gold deck. What is the spiritual guide advice for the Rose Gold deck? Okay. Okay. They want me to get the bottom of the deck. Okay. I want to make sure what I have up here. I'm missing... Did I get the fairy deck? No, I need the fairy deck. This is for the Magical Times Empowerment card. So for pile number 4, Rose Gold. What do they need? Eat. I don't know. Some of y'all need to make sure you take care of your bodies. It could be eating right. Because something's not right. Maybe a balanced diet, you know. It could be a way to heal yourself because what you consume in your body, it will help too. If you're not drinking water and you're just dehydrated all the time, that could be a really big thing too. It could help change your mindset. So definitely drink some more water. Pile number 4. What is it for pile number 4? Okay, and stop there. I'm actually going to get some water because, yeah. Oh, my spirit guide's going ham. Spirit, what is up with you? You see that candle in the background? Thank you for taking all the negative energy away. It's a sacred space cleansing candle. It's a gift towards me and I love it. Okay. We are an hour and 21 minutes in. I've just been doing the readings back to back. Okay, I just got off of work too. And I feel like I'm doing too much. Like, with the other cards, I get different feelings. This one, I feel like I'm just doing too much. Or not doing the right thing. Like, not doing the right outcomes, you know? Doing things, but not the right way. Alrighty, so let me go ahead and get started. I'm going to go with the Angel, God, and Goddesses cards. First one is Angel of New Life. An exciting new chapter in your life is about to unfold. So if you've been bored, you've been tired, you've been like, oh, this is the mundane day-to-day, it's not. Okay, it's not. It's going to switch up. Angel communication reversed. In order for it to get switched up, you need to be able to communicate in the proper ways, because in the past you have not communicated how it should have been. Some of y'all, again, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leaves what doesn't. If you don't like this reading, go to a different tarot page. Like, there's a bunch of different tarot readers on YouTube. Either way, but it's just saying, like, hey, you need to communicate right. Or even me, how I just dismissed it. Like, that's a bad quality I have. Like, sometimes you can, if you're just dismissing stuff because you're upset, that's not okay. Stop talking to me. But, like, you have to find a way to communicate in order for you to get that new life. God of the arts, the artist within you is about to emerge. An artist, they're very intense and passionate. You know, it could be music, photography, writing poems. I see skateboarding as art. Like, there's a lot of things that could be considered art. And it's like, usually, like, it's the troubled artist. Like, that could be why you're tired, because you want to get your stuff out there, but you just don't know how to do it in the right way, you know? Angel of space clearing. It's time to clear out old negative thoughts and feelings. Clear it out. It needs to go. And I'm getting a headache. So guys, like, you need to clear out that old energy. Don't put yourself in a spot where you're just going to get headaches all the time, or like overstressed. Like, you need to trust from the self-care card that trust your decisions, march to the beat of your own drum. Space clearing, get rid of any negative thoughts. You're an artist. You need to do what you got to do. And if you do need help, ask for help. Receiving is an act of generosity. Because you never know, you asking for help can actually help someone else out in their situation. And don't make yourself sick over situations either, or hold stuff in. You need to release. That's the art in you. You need to release it. And some of y'all may be, I only draw stick figures, Kristen. There's a lot of different type of artists you could be, okay? Not just one that draws, but goals. Set a goal, write it down, and release the outcome. Small steps make a big difference. So again, you just don't know how to get it out there. And instead of putting yourself like, oh, I don't know if I could do this. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I'm good enough. Gratitude with the peacock feather. You're good enough. You're supposed to shine. You're supposed to be different. You may think like you're plain Jane. And it's like, no, you're amazing. Say thank you. Experience the joy of acknowledging others. So again, it's stating when you go out and ask for help, when you do things that help your goal, you're going to run into people. Say thank you. Experience the joy of acknowledging others. So you're going to find people on your journey to help you. So don't think that you have to do it alone, because a lot of the time artists feel like they have to do it alone. And it's all about communication. Nature. For artists, go outside. Okay, nature. Take a walk. Let the beauty of nature feed your soul. Let it. Why not? What's so wrong about, you're like, Kristen, it's too cold. Bring a plant inside. That's what I told another pal. Bring a plant inside. Like, there's no excuse. You only make excuses because you don't want to do it. I'm going to switch to the Magical Times Empowerment cards. Pilgrimage. You are on a journey to your own greatness. Your soul is longing to find the way. Only you can choose your path, like a tortured artist. You see? Only you can choose your path. If you don't go nowhere, what's going to happen? And you see how this person has assistance from the animals? That's actually spirit, because they're all white. You see them there? Like, they do have your back. It's just you need to start going. Like, they're already ready to take off with you. And they already know that you're scattered everywhere. And they're fine with that. Like, you were meant to be the way you are. It's fine. So keep going. Something touched my face and I'm like, why? Sorry, I get touched during readings too. Like, it's okay. I'm like, I know I'm okay. Because I don't know why I got sad. Like, tortured artist sad. Sacred space. Take time for the dreamer in you. Find the power and stillness in your sacred space is the peace you seek. So if you have to get time by yourself, then do it. The dragonfly. You'll be good, okay? I don't know why I just want to hug you. And then kindness. That's probably why. Kindness. Let me just move this a little bit. Kindness. Live with compassion. Open your heart to life forms. Be an angel with hands. An artist. Be an angel with hands. Someone's voice. Oh my God, you sound like an angel. Someone's drawing. Oh my God, who made this? They're amazing. Someone's power that somebody else can't do, like skateboard or surfing, and they're just like, how do they move like that? They must not be from here. And they're still super kind. So whatever goals you have to do, just still be kind in it while you're pursuing your goals, okay? Sorry, all my cards are going everywhere. I don't know why I just got, like, I want to be quiet. And I'm like, what's going on? You need a new life. Like, not switch up everything, but angel communication. Don't be quiet about what needs to change. Because you're holding yourself back. Like, the homeland reverse, you're not at the end journey yet. You're barely starting. And even if you're like, Kristen, I've been here forever. What do you mean I'm barely starting? Like, spirituality is a journey, a constant journey. Okay? So you're not there yet. And that's okay. And you have to find the beauty in that too. Because deviation, prophecy, fate, destiny, future fortune, there is stuff coming for you. You are trying to focus hard to manifest it, but just don't get so lost in the emotions of it that you block it from yourself as well. You are good enough. And again, back to sanctuary, confirming privacy in personal space, respected boundaries, taboos. Take the time to do what you got to do. My heart hurts. Like, I really feel like y'all are, y'all just have y'all need to express. You have a lot of creativity in y'all that I don't even think y'all know how to express. And I'm just like, damn, that's intense. Because it's creating storms in you with the reflections reversed. What you contemplate can actualize. So if you're creating a storm, then you're not going to be able to do what you need to do. You're not going to be able to manifest. You're not going to be able to get the art the way you want it. So what really needs to happen is you need to start this new beginning where you find confidence in yourself with the Moonology card. The new moon in Leo, confidence is your key to success. You need to find the confidence so you can get your artwork out there. And you're very close to achieving your goal, Gibbous Moon. Like, you're almost there. It's just, I feel all this intense emotion. And you need a powerful change. Going to expected powerful change, new moon and eclipse. Okay, like it's gonna be there. Like, don't stress that it's not coming. Like, you need to be the change as well. Nothing yet is, you have a lot, like, importance reversed. Look at those waves. Like, the mind's everywhere, so no wonder I feel that way. Nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. Just stay quiet for now. Just stay quiet, because nothing, like, you're like, Kristen, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What do you mean? Like, I feel like there's other forms to get it out. I feel like even if you can't do stuff on your own, like, even though if you have that tortured artist mentality because you're so smart and so gifted, but like sometimes the most gifted people come and they're like, why do I have this type of brain? But it's because there's beauty in the madness, you know? So there's beauty in your madness that you need to heal, and nothing is yet set in stone. So if you have to take privacy, if you have to go by yourself for this powerful change, then do so, because you need to heal so you can know that you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo, you're right. You are good enough. Don't listen to that naysay voice. We all have one. Okay? I don't want you doing that. No, that's not for you. I legit had to take a break because my heart was hurting. Because y'all are intense, y'all are emotional, and that's beautiful, but that can be a lot. It's a lot of healing that has to happen. Sorry, I legit like had to let it out because I was filming like for over an hour and I don't know how long, and I just needed it. This one was a lot. You have a lot of stuff that hurts you and a lot of stuff that needs to be grounded. So I would really recommend getting this copper band and the rose, because I feel sad. But you are going to have rapid movement, 8 of Wands, grounding energy. Once you complete the world, the completion card, once you complete the cycle of thinking, like, I'm not going to be able to do this, I'm not going to be able to do that, that I'm just stuck here. Once you get that, you know that a new beginning is coming and it's for a fact, you will be able to make these changes, okay? Because you are good enough. Expect powerful change. Nothing is yet set in stone. You are very close to achieving your goal. Confidence is the key to your success. Reflection, reverse, stop blocking yourself. Sometimes you have to take a break, just like how I did. Like, you have to take a break sometimes. And you may even talk bad about yourself because my left ear just went crazy, and that needs to stop, because you're your own cheerleader. You're your own champion. You already know the future fortune. You know what you want for you. You're not at the homeland, and that's fine, but you need to be kind to yourself. Give yourself sacred space so you could go on that pilgrimage, that journey, and while on that journey, go into nature so you could find the gratitude to do the goals, to get the help, to trust after you're done clearing your space, so you could be the god of the arts, so you could find that communication and flip it up, right? And you can have the angel of new life. And I didn't even plan that. Thank you, Spirit Guide. Like, that was perfect. It's just, this was an intent. I literally just got up, walked over there, and I was like, okay. And then I came back and sit down because it was a lot. Like, y'all are hard on yourselves, and cut it out. Easier said than done. It's not, you know, you're perfectly imperfect, and I need y'all to understand that, because no one ever is 100% perfect. I don't care if celebrities say this or that. No. If you're tortured, it's because you were meant to have a beautiful mind. And even though you see that as a curse, it's actually quite a freaking blessing. Okay? Even though you may not see it now, you see it later. But pile number 4, I appreciate you. Be kind to yourself and go get what you need to do done. No excuses. Make that change, okay? Even if you can't do it today, baby steps. I was going to stop the video, but I'm not going to do that. I still have one more pile left. Hi. One more pile. Sorry if you just see me here. I'll put the timestamp below, okay? I'll put the timestamp below because these are different decks, and I want to make sure they go with the right piles. If you're still staying here from the last reading, if you do want to follow my pages, if you want to get more spirit guide readings, more free reading opportunities, or if you want a paid reading, do go ahead and check out my information listed below at Kristen'sTarot. I swear I'm not always like this. It's just my emotions change with different piles. So I'm pretty sure with pile number 5, I'm going to change too. What's going on? Where did these go? Oh, they're up here. Okay. Okay. And then these go with Moonology. I may not even listen to these readings on the way back because this is a long video. I may just post it. Because in order to make change, you just got to do. Alrighty, so let me get started now. So this is going to be for pile number 5. The ones that picked the Star of David, protection. You are protected, you are shielded, even if you don't feel like it. It could be way worse. I know some of y'all be like, how could it be way worse? I won't go that dark, but let's just say you'll find, you can think of something worse that would happen. Okay, so I'm going to do different. I'm going to do first the self-care card. So for the Star of David, for pile number 5, what do these people need to heal? What do pile number 5's people need to heal? What do pile number 5's people need to heal? That's good. Oh, that's perfect. Alrighty. From the Moonology card, what does pile number 5's person need to heal? For the people that choose the Star of David, the Shield of, what do they need to hear? For the Moonology card, what does pile number 5 need to hear? Spirit guides, pile number 5. What does pile number 5 need to hear? Okay. From the Magical Times Empowerment card, what does pile number 5 need to hear? What does pile number 5, the people that get to the Star of David, what do they need to hear for the people that comes to the Star of David? Okay, got you. Okay, let me do the Mermaid Oracle deck next. For the Mermaid Oracle deck, for pile number 5, for the people that are shielded with the Star of David, what do they need to heal? Okay. Sorry, they told me how they want it done, so I was like, okay. When I hear them, I have to go. So your pile number 5, you actually should have, y'all may be more organized than the other piles. And I know you're like, Kristen, no, I'm not. But somehow in your chaos, you're organized. You have a beautiful chaos, okay? So this is for pile number 5. For pile number 5, what needs to be done to heal for pile number 5? For pile number 5, what needs to be done to heal? Ooh. Okay. I had me pull way more oh my god. Okay. Pile number 5. Whoa. Whoa. That was, this is the one that I pulled the most tarot cards for at the end. And I am getting more energy because I feel like y'all do what y'all have to do. Okay. Let me get started with the tarot. They're having me do things in reverse. So you don't think like normal people. You switch it up. with the Knave of Swords, just be careful with people around you. Or again, take what resonates, leaves what doesn't. But with the Knave of Swords, I do feel like if it's not you, it's somebody else who may be a little bit naive. And then we'll go ahead and just attack. So just be careful about that. Like, I know you want to attack with the snake on the corner, but don't necessarily jump to do that, because then that would just throw you off the case. So it's like you're preparing for battle, but that's not going to get you your wish come true. If you come in strong, or if someone comes in and they're not in the right mindset, your Nine of Cups reversed, your dreams aren't going to come true. You're not going to get the abundance that you want. So just be careful with that. They're asking for you to Four of Swords, rest and retreat. We need you to take a break, okay? Four of Swords, just take a break. Rest, retreat, come back when you're done. Don't kill the messenger. That's what I heard. Don't kill the messenger, because that's going to get you in the Star of Reverse card. And again, we're in a Mercury and Mars retrograde. There's going to be a lot of misunderstandings. So they're saying slow down. Okay? All right, Star reversed. This can still go up. This can still go up the right way. You're just not shining how you're supposed to be. You're not really, truly seeing yourself, because instead of being the water bearer, you're letting the emotions take over, with the swords being mental. Spirit really, really wants you to plant those seeds with the Seven of Coins. They want you to plan. You see how there's a time in the middle, and there's arrows going every way to be adjustable. You need to plant your seeds. Don't go the route where you just attack. You're very thorough. These cards were like, I know what I can do, but if I do it, I'm not going to get what I want. I know I need a rest, but it's hard for me to be the star I need to be when I know there's stuff that has to be done, and I'm on a time limit. And the time's ticking, and how am I going to get there? Like, whoa. You need to take a step back, because once you take a step back, you're going to get that creative spark. The Ace of Wands, you're going to be able to get that creative energy. Don't ever think that the fire is going to go out on you, because it's not. And that's why Spirit wants you to slow down, because you're bringing yourself in the Hangman Reserve position. You're putting yourself in these situations. You're overthinking stuff. I know there's some stuff that you want to be in control, but you can't always be in control. And Spirit's telling you to listen to that. Listen to your wise self. Let your inner compass direct you the course of your life. Like, you already know if you make certain actions or move too quick, like, you're not going to get the right perspective, and it may cause arguments. And I know you want to be in charge of everything, but you just can't. And the truth in reversed, the truth, integrity is the key to living an authentic life. So if you go and attack with that Knave of Swords energy, you're not going to get the truth. And that's just going to cause everything to block your opportunities. And Spirit's like, we don't want you blocking your opportunities. Release your ties to the past. When you let go of the old and make room for new, there's some things that you need to let go, even though you told yourself you're never going to let go, and it has to happen. And like, you can't just stay still forever, you know? So if you have to take the silence in reverse for importance, rest your mind. Silence is good for self-care. So if you do get sad and you have to go on your bed because it's better than attacking, like, that's fine. But kind of feel like it's hibernating for the winter. It's telling you, like, sometimes you see how there's all these leaves around her. And look, you have a protector, because there's a black cat in the corner just staring. And honestly, I've seen this card a lot, and it's the first time I've seen the black cat. What the heck? So there's things you're not seeing, because that's the first time I've seen. There's the first time I've seen the black cat, and I've worked at this deck. I'm like, the Spirit will have you see stuff when you're meant to see stuff. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. So you are protected, even though you feel like, why do I have to go through this? Why is all this stuff on me? Why am I piled with stuff and I just want to sleep, but I can't sleep because I have stuff to do? And Spirit's saying, be patient. Be patient. Be willing to pass up good for great. Why me? Because you're strong. You're stronger than you know. Take a time to breathe out. When things get crazy, take time to breathe out. Like, everything's going to be okay. I know it is. I know I just can't act like this. And I will go ahead and make the moves. Be bold and make the first moves to make a change. Cardinal moon, fire. Fire means fire means like, I'm going to go do what I got to do because I have to do it. And it even says you're very close to achieving your goal. Gibbous moon. You're very close to achieving your goal, but adjustments are required. So you can't just come in there and coming in hot. You just can't. My roommate's coming home, so I'm so sorry if you hear that noise in the background. And a new start is coming. So you're going to be okay. A new start is coming, new moon. You're going to be okay. This just had to happen in this way. You will have a union, okay? So don't worry. You have seen and unseen allies draw upon their strengths, join forces with friends, and flourish. So there's something that you want to come in on, but in order to be successful, instead of coming in on the attack, you have to learn how to come into a place of union, how to be grounded. These are like earth colors, so it's a way of being like, you know what, I see you're right, but this is where I'm coming from and I have my own perspective. So if we come together, it could be something great. You know, it doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be family if there's like arguments, because it could be a lot of miscommunication at this time. Just be like, I'm coming in with a place of love. I'm trying to bring that calming energy. Listen to your heart, embrace what makes you happy. There are a million reasons to love. So instead of coming in that mental place like, this is what I want to say, and like it's saying, whoa, you need to keep your dignity reversed for importance. Dignity. Take pride in yourself and all that you have become. Feel honored by your choices, achievements, and actions. So even though you weren't on the path that you wanted to be, even though you feel like your dreams didn't come true, even though you know you need to rest and retreat, even though you want to attack, like, take pride in yourself, because restraint is a gift, even though you don't see it at that time. Restraint and like giving people time to heal, giving yourself time to heal, having mercy. Let compassion fill your world. Offer kindness to all living things. What you give, you also receive. So that's why Spirit doesn't want you to go on the attack. Spirit wants you to heal, because if you go out with coming in hot, like, and you just take 5 shots, like, you're done. Like, you're done. You can't take back what's gone. Once you release those swords, the mental, like, the words, like, you can ruin everything even worse. So let compassion fill your world. Offer kindness instead of on the attack, because you're smart. Coral wisdom. You're shielded. The star, of course you're smart. Coral wisdom. Colony see fragile works that are created over great periods of time. You know, like, there's stuff in the wall. Like, you know people's secrets. You know the secrets of the home. You know stuff. You have a feeling when something's not right because you're smart. And that's why you want to attack, because you're like, people be playing me for a fool. But Spirit's like, that's their journey and they have to go through that lesson. Okay? But you need to keep going, because we don't got time for you to stop. We need you to keep going. There's no time. We're right behind you. You see, you're over here and we're right behind you. So if anyone tries to come in and if there's a shark in the background, like, we're going to get you. It's going to be like Baby Shark to us. I don't know why that came in my head. Like, we're leaving. Like, you got places to go, things to do. You have compassion, like, and you're enough to the shore where you can go up to breathe. So remember to come up to breathe from time to time if you need to, or like just to smell the roses, just to see the sun. But it needs to happen. It needs to be where you keep going and you don't stop, even though you didn't get what you want. Because fertility, potential, powerful, creative energy, initiation energy, you have the power to rebirth. Like, the door just opened and closed. My roommate just came home. You have the power to open that door when you honor your masculine self, when you respecting men, embracing the masculine divine. Even if you're a girl, even if you're a man, it's about embracing yourself fully, both the divine feminine and the divine masculine, the part that makes you want to attack and the part that makes you want to love. You need to find a way in the middle. You need a middle ground, because they want you to keep going so you can have the wisdom, to have the mercy, to show the dignity of love for this union, whether it be family, friends, or whatever. So a new start can come. Just adjustments are required. You're very close to achieving your goal, but be bold and make the first move after you take a time to breathe out, because you need to be patient in the silence while someone's watching you, so you can have the opportunity to find the truth, so you don't make those steps that bring you in the hanged man spot, so you don't be the Knave of Swords and just attack without first listening to them. So you could go ahead and make sure that your dreams go upright, so your dreams do come true. And whether it may not be the same dream, it may be adjustment, but something closer to what you want. So even though it's like compromise. So once you rest and retreat, you're able to be the star you are and flip that back up to the star basically is like the water bearer. So you're able to, I'm not going to say you're a manipulator, because that's not the case. When you sit and listen, you're able to see both sides, and then you'll be able to get perspective. So once you go up, I literally just spit. So that's ridiculous. So be careful what you say again with the swords. Like, be careful what you spew out, because they really want you to be the stars up and not the stars reversed. They don't want you to be on the attack, because we need you to plant those seeds in divine timing, not your timing. So you could have the Ace of Wands moment. So you could be creative. You could come out on top, even though you weren't on top of the situation before. So pile number 4, you are shielded. You are here for a reason. Even if your mind, you're like, I got this, I'm stressed. you were able to handle that stress, even though you feel like you don't have to. You may not even want to, but Spirit applauds you for that. I do too. So remember, you're perfectly imperfect, and you may be here to serve a greater good. And sometimes it gets you into situations that aren't all that, but you were meant to be here to go through this, and things will work out right if you just give it time. And that's the hardest thing. So go live your life in the meantime and be in the present. Don't focus too much on the future. Don't focus too much on the past. Yes, set goals, but don't beat yourself up if you don't necessarily meet them. Be able to make adjustments, okay? So that was very serious. I don't know why. But everyone, just welcome. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for listening to Kristen's Tarot. Yeah, this is the first time I actually did everything just live, where I shuffled and put it out. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more readings, if you want to get more opportunities for free readings, if you want to see my life, because I'm pretty loud about everything and sometimes I just don't give a, you can go check out my Kristen's Tarot on Twitter. You can check out my Instagram at _KristenTaylor_. Or you can go ahead and email me on the email below. I'm open Thursday, Friday, Saturdays for readings because I have a full-time job. This is just my passion. I just really felt that people really needed healing messages in this Mars and Mercury retrograde because things be going crazy already. So just thank you. I appreciate you. You're perfectly imperfect, and this isn't Burger King. You can't always have things your way, but we will try to find a solution that will help it go better. Instead of fighting the stream, you'll be able just to float and adrift and let go. Thank you for coming to Kristen's Tarot.